It was a grey, drizzly afternoon, and Wei was thoroughly fed up. All week he had been practicing for the school chess tournament, yet every single game ended the same dreary way, in defeat. That morning he had lost yet again, and now he sat slumped at the void deck with Aisha and Arjun, his chin in his hands.
I'm hopeless,
he groaned.
I've lost 6 games in a row. I think I should just give up.
Aisha shook her head firmly, but Arjun only shrugged. Above them, the rain drummed steadily on the roof. Wei closed his tired eyes, wishing he could escape, just for a while, into a world where he never failed at anything at all. When Wei opened his eyes, the grey void deck had vanished. He was standing instead at the foot of a towering stone castle, its turrets clawing at a stormy purple sky. Beside him stood Aisha and Arjun, but they were transformed. Aisha wore a flowing cloak, and Arjun gripped a wooden shield. A scroll fluttered down from the air and landed neatly in Wei's hands. Across it, in swirling golden letters, were written the words, "Only one who learns from every failure may claim the crown of courage within." Wei's heart began to thump with excitement, a real quest at last, and surely in a world like this he would not fail.
Adventurers,
he declared boldly.
Our quest begins. The 3 companions marched up to the castle's enormous wooden door. It had no handle, no keyhole, and no bell. Only a row of strange carved symbols and 3 smooth stones set into the wood. Wei studied them eagerly. It must be a puzzle,
he said.
Watch, I'll have it open in a moment.
Confidently, he pressed the 3 stones in the order they appeared, left to right. Nothing happened. He tried pressing them harder, then faster, then all at once. Still, the great door stood firmly shut. Wei's confident grin slowly faded.
That's strange,
he muttered. He had been so certain it would work that he had not stopped to look closely at the symbols at all.
sat down heavily on the cold step, frowning at the stubborn door. His first failure stung sharply. Aisha knelt beside him and pointed gently at the carved symbols.
Look properly, Wei,
she said.
Each stone has a little picture above it. The sun, the moon, and a star. Perhaps the order matters.
Wei stared, and slowly his frustration cooled into curiosity. He had been so busy rushing that he had missed the most important clue of all. Carefully now, he traced the symbols with his finger and thought hard. The failure had not been wasted, he realized. It had taught him to slow down and truly look.
Let's try again,
he said quietly.
but this time we'll think before we touch.
This time, Wei thought it through carefully. The sun rises first in the morning, he reasoned, then the moon comes out at night, and the stars appear last of all. So he pressed the stones in that order: sun, then moon, then star. For a breathless moment, nothing moved. Then, with a deep and groaning rumble, the great door swung slowly open. Arjun whooped and clapped Wei on the back.
You did it!
He cried. Wei grinned, his chest swelling with quiet pride. He had failed once, but he had not given up. Instead, he had learned from his mistake and tried a wiser way. Beyond the door stretched a long, shadowy passage, and the three companions stepped bravely inside. The passage opened into a vast, gloomy hall, and there the next challenge waited. An enormous maze of towering green hedges, stretching as far as the eye could see. A weathered sign read, "Find the heart of the maze." Wei, eager to prove himself after solving the door, dashed straight in without a second thought.
Follow me!
He called over his shoulder. He turned left, then right, then left again, sure that he could feel his way to the middle. Yet, the deeper he went, the more hopelessly tangled the paths became, until at last he rounded a corner and found himself staring at a dead end. He had charged ahead so quickly that he had not kept track of a single turn. Wei leaned against the hedge, breathing hard, his second failure heavy on his shoulders. Yet this time, instead of despairing, he stopped to think. What had gone wrong? He had rushed in without a plan, exactly as he had rushed at the door before. The lesson from the door floated back to him. Slow down and look. Then Aisha caught up, plucking a handful of bright ribbons from her cloak.
Remember our jungle quest?
She said with a smile.
We can tie a ribbon at each turning so we never walk the same wrong way twice.
Wei's eyes lit up. By marking their failures, they could make sure each wrong turn was taken only once and never, ever repeated. Patiently, the three friends worked their way through the maze, tying a bright ribbon at every turn. Whenever they reached a dead end, they did not groan or grumble. Instead, they simply turned back, crossed that path off in their minds, and tried another. Bit by bit, the ribbons drew a clever trail behind them. Each wrong turn quietly narrowed down the right one, until almost without noticing, they stepped out into a sunny clearing at the very heart of the maze. Arjun cheered loudly. Wei laughed, hardly able to believe it.
All those wrong turns
He said in wonder.
actually helped us find the way.
His failures, it seemed, had been guiding him forward all along. In the center of the clearing rose a single shining tower, and coiled lazily around its top was a great green dragon. As the companions approached, it blinked open one enormous golden eye. "None may pass," it boomed, "unless they answer my riddle." Arjun gripped his shield nervously, and even Wei felt a flutter of fear. Yet he remembered the door and the maze, and he stood his ground.
We accept.
He said. The dragon smiled a slow, toothy smile.
I am taken from a mine,
It rumbled.
and shut in a wooden case from which I am never released, and yet I am used by almost everyone. What am I?
Wei's mind raced. He had no idea, but he was not about to flee. Wei's first guess tumbled out quickly.
A jewel.
He cried. The dragon shook its great head and a curl of smoke puffed from its nostrils. Wrong. Wei's second guess followed.
Gold.
The dragon shook its head again. 2 failures now, but Wei did not panic. Instead, he forced himself to listen again to every single word. Taken from a mine, shut in a wooden case, never released, used by almost everyone. He muttered the clues over and over, turning each one this way and that, just as he had studied the symbols on the door. Slowly, carefully, an idea began to glimmer in his mind. The answer, he sensed, had been hiding inside the riddle all along. Wei thought about each clue together, the way the ribbons had joined up to solve the maze. Taken from a mine, like a jewel or gold, yes, but used by almost everyone. Shut in a wooden case, never released. Suddenly the pieces clicked into place.
Pencil lead.
He shouted.
The graphite inside a pencil. It comes from a mine, it sits in a wooden case, it is never taken out, and almost everyone uses it.
The dragon's golden eyes widened, and then it threw back its head and gave a great rolling laugh.
Correct.
It boomed.
You did not stumble blindly, young one. You learned from each wrong answer until you found the right one. That is true wisdom.
The dragon uncoiled itself and dipped its great head, and there, resting on a velvet cushion at the top of the tower, gleamed the crown of courage. Wei climbed the winding steps and lifted it gently. It was lighter than he had imagined, not heavy with gold, but warm, as if it held something far more precious than treasure. "Remember," the dragon murmured as Wei placed it on his head, "the crown was never the prize. The prize was everything the failures taught you on the way to it. Failing is not the opposite of winning, young adventurer. It is the path that leads there." Wei felt those words sink deep into his heart, truer than anything he had ever known. The moment the crown settled on his head, the castle began to shimmer and fade. The green dragon, the towering hedges, the stormy purple sky, all of it dissolved softly, like a painting washed away by rain. Wei blinked, and suddenly he was back at the void deck, the drizzle still pattering on the roof, Aisha and Arjun sitting beside him exactly as before. The whole grand adventure had lasted no longer than a daydream, yet something inside Wei had changed for good. He sat up straight, the dragon's words still ringing clearly in his ears. Failing is not the opposite of winning, it is the path that leads there. Slowly, a thoughtful smile spread across his face. Aisha noticed the change in him at once.
You look different.
She said curiously.
A minute ago you wanted to give up.
Wei nodded slowly.
I just had the strangest daydream.
He replied.
There was a castle and a maze and a dragon with a riddle. I failed and failed and failed again. But every single time I failed, I learned something that helped me take the next step.
He paused, the idea growing clearer as he spoke it aloud.
I've been thinking about chess all wrong. Every game I lost wasn't really a failure. It was a lesson, showing me one more move that doesn't work, and bringing me one step closer to the moves that do.
Filled with fresh determination, Wei fetched the chessboard and set up the pieces once more. This time he played differently. Whenever he lost a piece, he did not sulk or surrender. Instead, he studied carefully what had gone wrong and learned from it. He thought several moves ahead, just as he had pieced together the dragon's riddle, and he tied a clever plan around each mistake, the way Aisha had tied her ribbons. Slowly but surely, his play grew sharper and wiser. He still lost a few games to Arjun, who chuckled good-naturedly, but each defeat taught him something new. He was no longer simply losing, he realized. He was learning and failing forward, one game at a time. Two weeks later, the chess tournament arrived. Wei did not win every game, and he did not lift any golden trophy. Yet he played his very best, won more matches than he ever had before,
and never once let a loss crush him. When the final whistle blew, he walked home beside Amar, smiling quietly to himself.
I used to think failing was the worst thing that could happen.
He told her.
Now I know it's just part of getting better.
Amar squeezed his hand warmly.
That, my dear, is the wisest lesson of all,
She said.
The ones who grow the most are not those who never fall, but those who, every time they stumble, pick themselves up and fail forward.